Hi guys, today we're going to make holiday Brussels sprouts, basically a sandwich on ciabatta. I always say that wrong. Anyway, so there's a slaw, like a coleslaw, with vinegar, pepper. I don't ever give myself enough time to say all the ingredients. I don't know why I only give myself 10 seconds, because I cannot do that. Anyway, you saw the ingredients. So we're going to cut up the apples. So it's basically there's a slaw, which is slicing up a nice green. I used a Granny Smith apple and carrots and broccoli stems. So when I get organic broccoli, they have this big long stem on them. You peel that off and it's just such a gem. You peel it and you cut it up into slices, and it's so tender and it's got this wonderful, delicious flavor. And don't ever throw your broccoli stems away, because they are the best part of broccoli. So anyway, you're going to cut those three things up: the carrots, the broccoli stems, the apples, and then you're going to put a tablespoon of white vinegar and some salt and pepper, whatever tastes good to you. I'm getting behind on my video. And so then you're going to just stick your sage leaves in your olive oil and let those sit there. And you're going to take your shallot, which that looks like two, but it was really one, because you know they're always divided into two once you get that skin off. You're just like, I thought this was one, but now it's two. And then you take one garlic clove, rough chop that, put those together. And now we've got the Brussels sprouts. So I took the outer leaves off of those and get them all cleaned up. And then I slice them up. Now, my original recipe when I learned this was to take them and put them in salt and olive oil and roast them, but I find it's faster, and I'm so impatient to slice them up and just go them on the stove with the lid on them. So that's what I do now. So you take the olive oil, the 4 tablespoons of olive oil that you put the sage in, and you're going to put those on the stove. I love this when I learned this. It's beautiful. You just toast them and they turn into this crispy sage leaf. And so then I took 4 tablespoons of oil. I reserved 2 tablespoons of the infused sage oil to put with the Brussels sprouts, and then the other 2 tablespoons for the beautiful sage gravy, which is fantastic. And so then I put the shallots and the garlic in with that, and they're, they cook up pretty quick if the oil is hot, like that one. I don't know what it was. So then I added the 2 tablespoons of flour to thicken that up, and I've got 1 cube of not chicken broth, so it's a vegan chicken broth. Love it. I love that stuff so much. I had to get it on Amazon. It was not available in any stores near me. Granted, there's only one store near me, but, it's such a small town. And so then you put that in there, and then you add the 1 cube to the 1 cup of water, and it just instant thickened. And then you take a couple of your sage leaves and just crumble those up like bacon bits. That it felt like bacon bits to me. Anyway, thicken that up, and I set that aside. Okay, so there's your gravy for later. Now you're going to take the other 2 tablespoons of sage infused oil, put them in your pan, and toss your sliced Brussels sprouts in it. And in hindsight, I always have these in hindsight comments, because my brain's always trying to improve stuff. Oh, this would have been better if. I feel like I should have taken 3 tablespoons of the oil for the Brussels sprouts and just left 1 for the gravy. Honestly, you don't need much oil to make a gravy. So I really didn't need, I feel like the Brussels sprouts were calling for more of the oil, and the gravy was like, yeah, I got enough here. So anyways, so I put the Brussels sprouts down, covered them up, 5 minutes. Just leave them there for 5 minutes. So hard not to touch that. Just leave it there with the lid on. Suffer through. And then flip them all over. Put on your slivered almonds and your craisins or dried cranberries. Gives it that really nice holiday flavor to combine that saltiness with the cranberries. And so then you notice I didn't put all of the gravy in with the Brussels sprouts. I just put some of it. I saved enough aside so we can have a couple dipping cups. And then meanwhile I had placed the ciabatta rolls in the oven at 425 for about 10 minutes. So now they're toasty on the outside and hot on the inside. I'm wearing my little hot glove there, the don't cut yourself glove that I have. I love it so much. And so then I can hold it even though it's too hot for me to hold, and scoop those Brussels sprouts into the bread. And then you know what, you can add some vegan mayo in there too. I've done that in the past and it was super delicious. This time I was just like, I just don't feel like the oils from the additional vegan mayo, so I didn't do it. But it's really, really good if you put some mayo on the bread also. But put in the Brussels sprouts and then put in your slaw. So it's just got that lovely white vinegar, salt, pepper, onion flavor, like kind of pickled vegetables. I stirred it here and there and swished it up while I was cooking the other stuff now and then. And so, honestly, I don't like this picture. I don't like the way the vegetables are sticking out. I wish I would have taken a better picture of that, but I apologize. So you've got your cranberries, your Brussels sprouts, the warm to the cold, the salt to the sweet, a little bit of the sour from the white vinegar, the crispy of the outside of the bread, the soft in the inside of the bread. Make sure that your bread says vegan. And this is a completely vegan meal. So I hope you like it. Give it a try. I love, love, love it. It's very hearty. Thanks for watching.